All right, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna be meeting up with the team, and we're gonna do some educational stuff with the team. One of the most important things when you pick up a luxury listing, you really gotta know your product. So today what we did was we kind of role played and we used York as an example as a buyer and took York and the team around the property and showed the potential buyer all the features and the functions of the home. I'm talking about the heart of the home. And this is very paramount that you understand your product, especially when you're selling a home for a seller at this price point, right? You really got to understand your product. So this is just a good learning lesson for the team, especially when you go on a sales appointment. Sometimes what happens is you may build that relationship with that seller and the seller wants to use you to sell the home, but then what happens is sometimes the seller wants to negotiate a lower commission. So what that tells you is that the seller wants to use you, right? But that means your offer is not strong enough. So this is another thing that you can have as an agent, to have a tool in its belt, so that way when you go to a listing presentation, you have something strong to offer by showing that seller what you can do and how you can sell their product. So they walled this all the way up. You actually had a door to the pantry, so it was kind of like a butler's pantry. And this is the style back in the 90s, so they sealed this up, did the level 5 finishing. Right here, you had the window, right? It was just your standard window. So what they did was they got rid of this window. This is a 10x7 window. This window alone is $6,000, not including the labor. You also had to put the headers into as well. So you got to understand that this is some hard work that was done to this house, okay? Right here, we added all the 4-can lightings, LED strips. You're gonna have a beautiful chandelier. Here's your formal dining right here, okay? Now, coming out here into the main living area, one thing I want you to notice is that the tile, these are porcelain tiles. Believe it or not, these things run about $3 a square foot. So you take $3 a square foot just for the product times, you know, 4,000, that's already $12,000, right? Not including the labor. But this is a 3-inch porcelain tile. Not only that, I want you to take a look at this. You see this grout line? This is a 1/8 grout line. So what that means is, especially on a straight edge tile, that means the tile has to be completely floated and leveled, because if it's a little bit higher, have you ever walked into a house and your toe kicked in and it was very sharp? So what this means is you got to float it, you got to butt it up very tightly on that 1/8. So you have to have some sort of skill to do this, okay? Here, this could have been a room. One of the objects, what we're gonna do to this was like, hey, what we're gonna do? Put some walls. I said, no, let's leave this open. However, you have an option to do a glass here to make this into a room. However, it looks better if it's just open, because if you wanna put a pool table, some couches, hang a TV here, you have that option. Here's your second fireplace here, okay? Now, some of the windows have not been replaced. The reason why it has not been replaced, because it's not cost effective for an investor to go ahead and do that. However, the windows are still in good condition, okay? The seals have not been broken. So let's come out into the kitchen area. So this kitchen area right here, so the cabinets, as you can see, these are the full overlay European style cabinets. These cabinets right here are thermofill cabinets. One thing that you gotta know about these cabinets, it's from a custom company out here called Solutions Cabinets out here. So as you can see, all the mechanisms here, these are Bloom mechanism. Just for the slides alone, they're about almost 99 bucks for one of these. So if you open this up, you'll see these are metal and metal tracks underneath, soft closing cabinets. Here, you're gonna have your double stack microwave, and you're gonna have your, your oven here, your microwave here. Then right here, you're gonna have a 36-inch cook countertops, but this is gonna be electric. Initially it was gas, but when it comes to the modern European style, everything is all seamless, okay? So it's gonna be nice and seamless right here, and it's gonna be black, so it's gonna be pretty cool. Right here, you're gonna have your Sub-Zero refrigerator. Now, I do wanna disclose this though, and this is important that you're aware of this. When the home was actually purchased, it already came with the refrigerator. So this is a used refrigerator. It's not gonna be brand new, okay? But what's gonna happen is we're gonna take this, install it, but the panels are gonna go right over it, so that way it'll be seamless, okay?
Does it have a hood?
What hood?
Does it have a hood?
This one actually has a hood underneath, yes. Okay, so here, this is gonna be your pantry with your pocket doors, okay? and also your breaker box right here. But initially, remember I told you that there was a door here that you could have just walked right through. But we sealed that up so that way you have all this additional space, okay? Now, what you see right here, we're gonna be cladding that all the way across and down, okay? Here, this is kind of like your little nook area. You put your, your table. And one of the unique things about this home, it was weird how it was designed back in the day. You had like a pony wall here, you had a pony wall here, so they took this down, got rid of this. Right here, again, we still have the same type of cladding on the countertops, okay? And also the other fireplace. This is the third fireplace, 60-inch fireplace here. Now this will be cladded all the way through, okay? Here, on this side, let me show you what's going on. Yeah, electric, all electric. But remember, you do have the option for the gas stub, so if you want to change it out, you can go ahead and do that. Here, this is going to be your bar area. You're going to have the sink, the wine chiller, okay? Right here, we're going to have some racks for all your bottles of wine, okay? So this home was actually made to entertain, okay? Right here, we have our guest bathroom. So if you guys want to go in there, take a look. You can see what's going on in there. But they utilize the space very well, as small as it is, okay?
What's the additional cost? You keep saying additional cost for these upgrades. If they do want to do it, it's just like a percentage.
Yeah, so whatever you want, like if you want the closets done, you pick out the closet, you pay for it, we'll install it for you, okay? If you want a certain type of door, we'll negotiate it into the price of $1.5 million. You pay for the door, we'll install the door for you at no cost. But here's the thing. At the end of this tour, I'm going to show you what's even more valuable about this product, okay? Now, with this 3-car garage, when they bought the property, as you can see, there's actually a bunch of shelving here, right? One of the debates was, hey, should you keep it or rip it out? I said, hey, just keep it because it's just extra storage. It doesn't match the house, but why not keep it, right? Now, let's go out to the backyard here. When you build new construction, okay, the standard is a 13 SEER. This is a 14 SEER. This means it's going to save you more on electricity bill. However, another thing that you need to think about this home was actually built in 1990, so this is not the original AC unit. So if you're planning on buying here, one of the first things I want you to do is check the AC unit, because this cost right here, just this condenser alone, is probably going to run you about $6,000. And not only that, this is a 410A. So do you know anything about AC units?
No.
Okay, so when we talk about a 410A, that's the new refrigerant. So if you have the old one, the R22, something goes wrong, that means you're going to have to replace it. You can't just replace one, you're going to have to replace all. So now we're talking about $30,000. So when you're comparing this home to another home in this neighborhood, take this into consideration. Now there's actually 3 AC units, which means that there's 3 zones. That tells you that there's no dampers. So you can actually control 3 different areas to the home. If you had one AC unit with dampers, what happens is you put a lot of pressure on that blower motor, and that blower motor can actually go out. This allows you to control one temperature at 80 degrees, another one at 90 degrees, or 60 degrees. You have that option with 3 of these, okay? This will be resanded and repainted like how we do the front, okay? Now, as you can see, we just cut the grass. Everything's starting to look clean. Couple things, the pool pump, Pentair, okay? All new pool pump and equipment has been replaced. Now we have the AC unit on the other side. Now other than that, do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, so feel free to take a walk around. I'm gonna leave you and your agent alone. If you have any questions, just holler out, okay? And that is it. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so the reason why I do this is because I'm not really selling a product, I'm just educating. But at the end of the day, they already know, based upon what I'm telling them, they're going to compare this home to another home, okay? So we already have an offer on this home, but what's most important is that you guys understand why I am doing this, because when you go to a listing appointment, okay, have you guys ever gone to a listing appointment, next thing you know it, that seller says, will you do it at 4%? Will you do it 5%? Have you guys ever got that? What does that mean when a seller does that?
They don't see value in your service?
That is correct. However, they want to use you because they're already negotiating in their mind, hey, will you do it for 4%? When somebody comes back and says, hey, will you do it at 4%, that says they want to use you, but that means your offer is not strong enough to go to 6%. This is one of the tools that you're gonna have in your belt that no other agent will have. When that happens during that time of the sale, you say, come with me, let me show you why you need to pay me 6%. This is an offer that I'm gonna do for you. Now you walk him to his own house, you do the sales presentation like how we just did right now, because you guys are gonna get so good, you're gonna know the product so well, that at that point, he's gonna say, hey, this makes sense. Let's do it at 6%. Fair enough?
Got it, sir.
Okay, that's a break. So,
There's a septic tank in here though.
yes, there's a septic
No,
tank.
where is it?
It's sitting right over there, on that side of the grass, okay? Now also when it comes to the septic tanks, you gotta find out if it's full or not. You also gotta drain it. You have to have an inspector inspect it. Also, you wanna find out if it's also a leach field or not as well, okay? Does anybody know what a leach field is? So So a septic tank is where all the waste goes to. But then what happens is there's another pipe that bleeds out into your grass. So basically, eventually it just goes into the earth. All right, guys, I really hope you guys find this video very informational, especially for all the brand new agents out there that are trying to pick up a listing. But most importantly, if you are an owner out here in Las Vegas and you have a beautiful luxury listing like this and you're thinking about selling, you're gonna need an agent that really understands marketing and sales and that really understands your product. So if you guys are interested, give us an opportunity. We definitely love the opportunity to earn your business. Other than that, until next time, if you guys have not had a chance to subscribe to this channel, click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for updated new videos just like this. Other than that, until next time, peace.